Yo, what's up guys? Today I'm going to make a beat for Kendrick Lamar and his beef with Drake. And in the next video, I'll make a beat for Drake. Alright, so what I did, I went to this radio.com. I'm going to put this in the description. It's a really good place to find samples. Basically this map of the whole world. You can go anywhere, pick a country. Right, let's see. This is the one I found. It's from Ecuador, I think. Ecuador 1980. So I already have this here that I'm going to download. But let's say I just go to like Kazakhstan 2010. 2010s, pick a decade. Just get random stuff you could use if you just want sample ideas. Honduras, 1940. This is just stuff that was playing on the radio in one of these countries at that time, basically. US, 1960. So yeah. Anyways, I picked this song. I'm just using this YouTube to MP3 to download it. Oh, cool. Okay. Got my sample already. Let's open up Ableton. Alright, so I have my sample here in Ableton. I just fitted the tempo to this. A useful thing you can do is just look up the key and BPM of songs whenever you're sampling them. But this one seems to be like relatively unknown, so I can't actually find the BPM of this exact version of this song. So I'm just going to have to I'm just going to actually go in and warp it basically. Just pick the section I want to use first. I don't really need any of this part, so I'm just gonna cut it off right there. We can drag that sample back in if we really want more material, but I'm just gonna consolidate that, and then this should honestly work. Let's see. Not really. Okay, so now we gotta go in and individually warp it. Okay, so the way I did this is just click this warp button, and then you can use these little yellow markers. Well, they become yellow once you click them. So you just find points that you need to align to your grid, right? I like to just do it like in a uniform way. Like I can see that there's always this thing that should line up on one bar, right? Every bar. So I'm just lining up that to the beginning of every bar so that it matches perfect tempo. Because obviously this was played live or something. Like not live, but like they played it live in the studio and they recorded it, or they played without a metronome at least, right? So there's no clear BPM. It's like changing a little bit. So sometimes you have to do this. But now that I have this, I can change my BPM. And I can do anything I want with it, right? I feel like this is like a Kendrick tempo. Okay, so this is what we'll use now. I got a 16 bar piece of this sample. It's just really the beginning of it. Slice to new MIDI track. Let's do every bar for now. So yeah, to do that, you just right click on slice to new MIDI track. It'll literally make a MIDI track out of all your samples, like slice into pieces however you want it. Hold up, I don't know if it's putting these in like how it's warped, so I'm just gonna make sure quick. Just turn that attack up to make it so it's not clicking and stuff like that, and then yeah, you could copy my settings if you want to. So now we can use all of these pieces for different things. So I can even turn this on, just listen to the different pieces. Okay, I'm gonna chop those ones up like that. Do the same thing up here. So all I really want to do to this is I'm actually just going to keep this track but bounce it out to audio like this. Just resample this whole thing. Okay, so now that I have this clip, I can turn this off and now I can transpose it because that was kind of the goal. Like I sample, like chop and then transpose it. Honestly, I think I like the -1. I'm just going to EQ it as well. Now I want to also get it in the middle because it's kind of panned weird, I feel like. So do this a little bit to it, get it more in the center, and then put another one and bring up the width again. And I'm going to compress it. I'm also going to saturate it. So that'll be my sample clip. Now let's do the same thing with the drum break. I'm gonna use one of these. Let's find something that will work for this. Oh, this one's crazy. Okay, let's actually show this. Convert drums to new MIDI track. Oh! Okay, that's not what I meant to do. There we go. Let's try doing by transients instead of a timing. So that'll just pick every time it thinks there's like a drum hitting basically and turn that to one. So now I have that. Then I got the drums and let's just try this. What is happening? Alright, this is ridiculous. So I'm just gonna cut this into pieces myself and then use those because I don't know what is happening. That one, that one. I got a few little pieces there. Let's just throw all those into a drum rack. I don't really do a lot of sampling, so I'm a little rusty apparently. I know I used to do it a lot, but I haven't really made sample beats in a while. Let's see what we can make for 4 bars out of this. Okay, so then I'll just drag those in like that. That'll make a bunch of... And I want these to all be on gate, volume, 0. And you can, if you're on a drum pad or a drum rack and you want to apply one setting to everything, you want all your stuff to work the same way, you can right click on it. Like let's say I set my volume to 0 on this one, but all these other ones are -12 still. I can just right click on the one that's 0, copy value to siblings. So now they're all at 0. And I'm also going to put gate, copy value to siblings. And what gate does is just if I let go, it'll hold it for less time basically. So I can do this, or I can do it. So now let's see what we can make with the sample and with the drum pad. Then I need a hat for this little spot here. I'm gonna do some adding on top of these drums. I want that one. Then I'm just gonna layer this. So I made my drum pattern. I'm just gonna layer it with a clap now. Even just this one. I'm gonna put some overdrive on it just to be interesting. Let's say that only happens every second time. Alright, and then I also want to, on this clap, every time the ending one hits, I'm just gonna put this 3x3 delay on it. So that'll turn on right there and then off right there. And same thing for the second time. I'm gonna add another kick too that'll layer with this just because this kick does not go very hard, but that'll happen only every second 16 bars. So I'm just going to use the 600 bends. I'm going to use the 600 bends as my favorite kick, probably. Definitely my favorite kick. I use it in like everything. So whenever after the first 16 bars comes, this kick will be layered. That was supposed to be right here, not there. Color this one different so that we know that's the different drum pattern with the kick in it. Can put this up there. Okay, so now we got all our drums. Let's mix that up a little bit here. Just put a glue compressor on it. Maybe even the first half won't have the claps either, so it'll just be just like that type of drum pattern. Right? Alright, so this is decent, and let's just add some bass and we'll call it a day. Because really, like, a lot of these beats are just very simple based on like a sample, and there's not really much to it. So let's add a bass. I'm literally just gonna use just something, just anything. Wait, this one actually could be crazy. Not gonna use a MIDI key this time because I don't even know the key of the song. I'm just gonna figure out the notes basically. Okay, I think I got kind of a weird bass pattern going here. It might work well with these drums. Okay, let's not do that, but let's mix those together after all that. Okay, let's mess with the settings of this. Let's just EQ these drums and the bass. Let's even try to turn up the tempo a little bit actually. Maybe 170. I'm just gonna add a little drum fill. Put that fill every 16 bars. I'm gonna make it super wide and like treble-y though. But then let's also turn it down a little bit. I'm gonna put the tempo back down. I also forgot to transpose the sample back down 1 semitone, so I just did that. And I need to put the bass all down. Yeah, I'm not gonna really structure it out much more than that, but I'll play the whole beat. Well, it's an alright beat, honestly. It just doesn't really sound like anything that Kendrick Lamar would have used in this beef. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys learned something from this video. Again, my album Intermission is Over is out on all streaming platforms right now. I'll have a link in the description for that. And yeah, just go check out my music. Like and subscribe if you want. Thank you.